Incredible India, that's the big report from CLSA, wherein the global strategist Alexander Redman has today double upgraded India to 20% overweight versus 40% underweight earlier. Now, today in his note to the clients, Alexander said, and I quote, "Our previous country in underweight position on India worked between late of October 22 to March of 2023, but ultimately we persisted for too long with our negative view, and that's going to change." While they have raised some concerns, they find 8 key drivers for India to upgrade to a 20% overweight now. So let's look at what's working for India's favor. They've identified 8 big triggers, which Alexander has highlighted in his note as well. The first being the rebounding of credit impulse, signaling a robust equity momentum. That's the first big trigger for them. The second trigger is more manageable energy pricing given the discounted Russian crude. So crude is going to be controllable going forward. Third, improving balance of payment and likely bond inflows that will support the rupee in the medium to long term. That's the third trigger. Fourth, India is going to be the strongest economic growth across all the emerging markets, and that will drive equity markets as well. Fifth, equities are still trading at a fair value, and their model suggests a further 22% upside from current levels. Sixth, a return of superior relative profitability metrics across emerging markets versus India. So that's a big driver for them. Seventh, a breakout in the EPS growth, which is strongly supported by a strong GDP as well. And last but not the least, the FI positioning. The FIs are still not overexposed to the Indian equities. However, they've raised some concerns as well. The first big concern is valuations. India's valuation relative to the emerging market peers looks unappealing at this point in time. And two, the RBI monetary policy inflexibility. So these are the few concerns as well. While CLSA is so bullish, they've identified 10 big stocks, which quality names in India, where they have a high conviction call as well. So the first name is Reliance Industries. A couple of other names includes Bajaj Finance, HDFC Bank, L&T, ICICI Bank within the financial names, Axis Bank as well, Bharti Airtel, ONGC within the PSU, SBI they're betting on, and Tata Motors. So these are the top 10 conviction calls from CLSA. So the big call from CLSA is from a 40% underweight, they have now turned 20% overweight on India, and they're betting big on India as well.